Hey, it's Elisha. Thanks for tuning in to this pre-debate commentary for the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, the first debate. I'm filming from Oakland, California, which is Kamala Harris's hometown. And I tell people all the time, if you really want to know the real deal about Kamala Harris, you need to talk to people from her hometown, people who've been here, and people from around the country who are making suggestions and saying this and that about Kamala Harris only have the media really giving them information. They really don't know who she is. And so this is the real truth from black people from her hometown of Oakland. So tonight, when she's going to the debate, I think there's some things that she's going to have to do to have any chance against Donald Trump. The first thing is she has to really stay away from her record, especially her record as a prosecutor here in Oakland and Alameda County in California. Kamala Harris was a prosecutor, and the prosecutor is the one who feeds the prison system. I would have a little bit more leniency on her if she was a defense attorney, because a defense attorney is really trying to minimize your time and trying to prove your innocence. A prosecutor is doing the opposite. They want you to go to jail. They have an incentive to put you in jail. First off, a pay incentive, because they want a high success rate, for their prosecutory whatever record however you want to call it, and that leads to more money, of course. And so they're incentivized to feed the system. That's her whole job. Imagine the prison system as a big dinosaur. The dinosaur needs to be fed in order for it to keep doing what it does, producing what it produces. It needs to be fed. So she was the feeder of the prison system. So because she was a prosecutor, you were in trouble, especially with Kamala Harris, being African American, appealing to African Americans. She was the worst for African Americans, especially black people out here in Oakland and LA. Now, think about it. California is only 6% black, the whole state, 6%. And black people are only in really two places, really. The Oakland area, where she was at, the Bay Area, which is inclusive of Richmond and Concord and Sacramento somewhat. Not really San Francisco, even though San Francisco is right next to Oakland. San Francisco is only 2% black, and the Democratic Party was played a part in getting most of black people out of San Francisco and pushing them over into Oakland and to other areas through certain taxes and all of the tricks that they pulled after the Civil War with gentrification to get blacks out of San Francisco. So San Francisco is only 2% black. The only other area that really has a lot of black people is the LA area. So Oakland and LA is where most of the black people, that 6% is. And of course, Kamala Harris was in those areas, LA and Oakland, where the black people were. And she was not the person that you wanted on the other side of the table if you were convicted of the crime, even if you were innocent of the crime. Because what a prosecutor does, it doesn't matter if you are innocent. If you're sitting on the other side of that table, it's their job to find any type of evidence, any type of circumstantial evidence to attack a crime onto or attack a conviction onto you, which is why you'll hear some records about her locking people up who were innocent, and they were later found innocent, even though she was fighting to keep them in the prison system. That's her job. That's what she was supposed to do. And so this is her record. This is her entire record before she became a senator, is making sure people went to jail. She was a feeder of the prison system. And this is one reason why when she tried to run for office for president in 2020, she had to be the first to drop out, because even black people wouldn't even vote for her. So she had to drop out. And the way she made it into power was because of Willie Brown. Willie Brown was another black politician out here in California, Oakland, San Francisco area. And the way Willie Brown came into power was when he went to college, he had a friend who was Jewish, a white Jewish guy, who really brought him up in the political ranks in California. And the way she got into power was she was having a sexual relationship with Willie Brown, and Willie Brown opened these doors up to her when she was his mistress, because Willie Brown was married at the time. And so from that relationship, she came and got elevated to these positions. which she really wasn't qualified for. She would not have even gotten close, I don't think, without Willie Brown, of course. And then after that, she had different relationships and such, and climbed the ladder even more until now she's placed. She really didn't earn the presidential nomination, or even the vice president. The vice president had to pick her, you know, so it's not like she earned any spots. So this is her entire record. So if she's going against Trump in a debate tonight, she has to steer clear of her record, and you can expect her to try to avoid any talk about her record. She also has to avoid talking about the record of the last 3 years, you know, because on any subject matter, Trump can hit her. You know, if he brings up the economy, okay, well, you have inflation, you have high interest rates. People can't afford groceries and rents and all that. So she has no go-to for the economy. If he brings up, she sure better not bring up immigration, because all we have to do is go with the, you know, the pouring in of the immigrants across the border. So she can't go with that. She can't go with foreign policy or military because of the wars in Ukraine and Russia, and of course the war going on in Israel and Iran and all that. So she really can't go anywhere. So her best bet is to avoid her record, and the best way she's going to avoid her record is to try to appeal to people's emotions. Stay off policy and appeal to people's emotions, such as anger, maybe hit Trump on some type of fake racist thing, or hit him on January 6th, or hit him on, you know, his convictions, to stir up people's emotions about him. And when it comes to appealing to emotions of women, she's going to appeal to the emotions or the sympathy of women by maybe using the abortion policy, maybe citing some far-stretched story of a little girl being raped, you know, or something like that, and not being able to get health care. She would appeal to some type of emotion, even though we know rape is less than 1% of abortions. And that we do know that both Democrats and Republicans have endorsed the idea of abortions for extreme situations such as rape, incest, and the life of the mother. So she has to appeal to emotions. So that's my take on what will happen tonight in the debate. I think that Trump will be pretty solid. I think Trump will probably get under her skin a little bit. Kamala won't be able to get under Trump's skin because he's confident in all these other areas, unless she hits him. I don't know what area she can really hit him in to really shake him up. But anyway, it's getting ready to happen very shortly. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please, you know, check out the post-debate commentary after the debate, and have a good night and enjoy the debate.